And it was Jason Kenney standing with Mark Milke, who's a part of the Winston Churchill Foundation, I believe. And they had just announced the creation, privately funded creation of a new Winston Churchill monument. And when I saw that, it was a really nice thing to see. That's the kind of thing that I love to see. People in this era, Andrew, trying to defend history, trying to build monuments to real heroes. And Winston Churchill is certainly one of those. But what a surprise. So along comes a new Winston Churchill statue, and just like that, as we all could have predicted, the legacy media, CBC in particular, they'd come along trying to bash the concept, and the usual procession of people trying to rewrite history, talking about how Winston Churchill is not deserving of monuments, he's not deserving of new statues. And in this CBC article, they talk about how basically this is Jason Kenney's way of declaring what we must celebrate and what warts be damned, I guess. I don't really understand this. So we're building a monument to Winston Churchill, but it's a terrible idea because Winston Churchill, in this article, as they say, was they said, no question, he was a racist and a white supremacist. They just put that out in the article from a University of Calgary historian. And then the article goes on to say, and this part really got under my skin, Andrew, the article then goes on to say that why would we need a new monument of Winston Churchill when there are schools named after Winston Churchill, there are roads named after Winston Churchill? Surely that's enough. That's enough for a man like Winston Churchill. And that got me thinking. We're seeing schools be renamed. We're seeing roads be renamed. So clearly, roads and schools are not enough to celebrate these great heroes that deserve far more recognition than they're getting now. It's just another classic CBC attempt, in my opinion, to bash the history of our country and kind of play along with this group of people that are trying to vandalize, tear down, and essentially, by doing so, rewriting our history.
Yeah, I mean, this has always bothered me in general with historic figures, but with Winston Churchill, this was the original, like the OG anti-fascist. Like, this was the guy, the left says they're anti-fascist. This is the guy who defeated Hitler, for crying out loud. Like, you don't get more Antifa than Winston Churchill if you use, like, the literal meaning of Antifa. So the reality that they go around and their preferred slur on people is calling everyone a Nazi, calling everyone a fascist, calling everyone a white supremacist. And then you take the guy that liberated the world in large part from fascism, and we say, oh, well, you know what? He might have had, he might not have been big on the transgender bathrooms. Or, well, you know, he might have made this joke or that line or that quip. One of the things, so for starters, he's British. And I'm not making fun. My whole family is British. Brits talk differently than non-Brits do. So anytime you look at like Winston Churchill's quotables or same as Prince Philip's, you have to accept that and have a margin of British around what the acceptable levels of discourse are. But more importantly, we have to stop measuring people against this yardstick of 2022. And I think what Jason Kenney is promoting here, building a statue, is fantastic. I was just in Austria and Hungary on vacation a few weeks back. And when you walk around, especially in Hungary, you look and the statues littering the entire downtown of Budapest, for example. And you look at it and you say, I bet I could Google all of these people and find something to cancel them over. But you don't, because you accept that they're a part of a country's story. They're a part of the world's story. And I think we should start a campaign. For every statue that is taken down, we build 2 of them. For every statue that's taken down, we build 2. We build the Winston Churchill statue. If they take that one, we build another one to Winston Churchill, and then we pick a bonus figure as well and do that.
No, exactly. That's the kind of thing I love to see. And or even, Andrew, if a statue comes down, you rebuild it in its place, but it gets a little bit taller every single time it comes down. So it becomes more.
So eventually Queen Victoria is like 87 feet tall. It's like, oh, wow. Step aside, CN Tower. Queen Victoria is now the tallest freestanding structure in the world.